What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at David Beckham. The beautiful 88 right mid, can be centre mid and right wing if you choose. Unfortunately a 3-star, but an icon SBC and the first one of EA FC 24. Currently at the moment the price on the market is $360. The SBC is coming in at $420. Without upgrade packs it's hard to kind of determine how quickly we could get him done depending on how your team is looking. But in terms of stat wise, we're looking pretty good. He is a dead ball specialist, so he does have the playstyle plus. He then has chip shot, finesse shot, incisive pass, long ball pass, whipped pass, and also relentless. So not a bad start to him, to be honest. I think he's one of them ones that I would grind out slowly. He's got 61 days of the SBC, so plenty of time to get him done in the kind of future or the near future, but we do have a lot of SBCs, so I would always say when it comes to anybody of this sort of level, make sure that you are going to put him in your team. At the moment, he wouldn't fit the team unless he was in centre mid, but he'd have to take out KDB or on the wing, Dembele. Them two positions for me, it just wouldn't. I'd probably have him as a super sub, but in terms of kind of stat-wise, we need a bit more pace, shooting-wise could go up, passing's perfect, dribbling's nice, and then a little bit of physicality, nothing crazy. So I'd be looking at either a Hunter or an Engine, depending on what I'd want him for. I can imagine everybody's going to say Hunter, but mainly what I'm thinking with the Engine is the agility balance side of stuff. So if you was to go with a Hunter, I will show you at the end of the video once we go on to Footbin, he'd end up with 88 pace, 90 shooting, and an Engine would give him a controlled explosive, so that'd be his change from normal controlled. He'd end up with 84 pace, 96 passing, and 89 dribbling with 89 balance and 80 agility. Again, it depends on what you want. If you're going for the wing, I'd say Hunter through and through. Centre mid that's like centre mid cam, maybe an Engine could be the one because his passing is going to be enough to give it to your wingers and also your striker. I'm going to try him in both positions. We'll try him at right wing or right mid, and then we'll bring him into the centre to see how he does there. Let's have a look. I'd like to tell you about skycoach.gg. They offer many features within the FIFA franchise, from FIFA coins to FIFA weekend league boosts, from trusted sellers, pro players, and are the best prices on the market currently. They have fast delivery, high quality services, lots of games, and also a cashback program. The more coins you buy, the more eligible you are for cashback options. So if you want to buy FIFA coins at the best price, click the link in the description of this video. It will be active promo code for 10% discount from my subscribers. All you have to use is the code JT11 at the checkout to receive this bonus. On to the video. Well, let's get the ball out to the wing for him then. I'm looking for that high press on him. Ooh, that's not the pass I wanted, but let's see what we've got with him. Dribbling wise, like I said, the 3-star skill move is going to be the thing that really stops him off the wing for me. Again, physicality and pace is going to be another thing. It's mainly the dead ball specialist, the passing, that's going to be the big thing for me. And it's why I personally would look more as a centre mid role. Unless, like I say, your play off the wing is going to be really passing orientated, because he's not going to have the pace to beat your Alphonso Davies, your Theos. Well, is he? Yeah, he's left back. So they're going to be the problem that I'm looking for with him, especially when we are used to somebody like a Dembele. That is going to be the interesting side for him. Just like this, on the counter here, you can already tell the pace is most definitely not going to be enough. When we've got the Furlan Mendy, we can see here, unless you're pushing away, this is going to be the perfect side to have that kind of corner in, that cross. Because we know we're going to get a ball like that. We're going to get a perfect cross in. That's going to be the David Beckham way. The dead ball specialist, as well as the long pass and the whipped pass mainly. Then you've got the corners, the free kicks are going to be where he really lies in the perfection of what David Beckham can do. Other than that, I feel like that is the kind of almost the one-trick pony with him, unfortunately. He was a phenomenal player, but he's another one that doesn't necessarily transfer very well into the game. And that's not to say that it's a bad card, because you can definitely utilize them. If people can utilize gold, that's an atrocious pass though. You can utilize loads and loads of cards, no matter their stats, their styles. You've just got to move it away from him. Instead of going for this complete run down the wing game, you bring it inside. You go with the 1-2s. You bring your right back into it as well. You maybe then go with the overlaps. You maybe pass the ball a bit quick alarm. But as the meta is very much run down a wing, cross it in, or pass it in, go for the kind of the second one, as we see with this guy. He seems like a very intelligent sort of player, getting the passes off, get the dribbling nice, but I'm going to get to that. Lovely. You can already see 5 out of the 6 attacks. He's gone straight down this wing, tried to cut it back with Rashford, and that is naturally how we go. We can see a good ball there over to Ronaldinho, and that's the David Beckham way. If you can utilise that, that's going to be perfect. You could then potentially... Ooh, I wanted a free kick. You could then potentially go for maybe a cut-in. Again, it might not be perfect for him because obviously he is a freestyle weak foot as well. So you kind of have to hit it across goal more than anything. You're not really going to get too much of a weak foot on him. Just naturally, that unfortunately is what a freestyle weak foot would give you. So you're going to have to either then swap him to the other wing, which then his crosses become a little bit more useless compared to what his other foot is like. Again, it all depends on what you want from him. I think the centre mid role is going to suit him really well if you just play the passing game with him. As we know full well, that's going to be perfect. We get across here, look for a little draw back, and again, Ferland Mendy is going to take that one. But then if we're drawing him into a centre mid role, so this is where he is now, he's going to be, well, I was going to say he's going to be able to push the ball forward. Yeah, again, if you can make the pass, that is going to be absolutely ideal with him. But you can make more of the passes, which is good. I forgot about his power shot plus as well there. But instead of being the massive counter on the right, this time now he can kind of be that almost supporting role. We kind of wish he was pushing up a little bit more just to show a little bit more of the attack. But that is kind of then the role that he could kind of accumulate. He then has a winger that could push off to him. He's then there in support as well, being able to find the striker in, already finding De Bruyne, move the keeper, but it doesn't matter as Alisson butterfingers. But that is going to be the perfect role in that centre mid. You're going to have that passing, but I would suggest mainly having a very good DM with him. It's most definitely not going to be a defensive sort of game. He's going to be totally on the passing sort of side of stuff. Looking for the through balls there. You've got your precision pass. You've got your precision through ball as well. That's going to be the utilised role for him. The passing, the running forward a little bit. And as you can see here, look at this whipped ball. That is a beautiful cross that you can see almost to the top. So we want to be looking on Virgil's head. We can see maybe not the greatest cross in the world, but you can see that even then you can utilise that with the free kicks as well. If you don't have a free kick taker, that is going to be perfect to have one now. And in terms of pricing with him, it's a hard judgment because we haven't had any other Icon SBCs, and judging from what we've had in terms of kind of other SBCs, like just generic players, it seems to fit the profile, to be honest. Like we've seen, he's not necessarily majorly expensive, and most definitely he's not necessarily the highest rated icon on the game anyway. That's incredibly poor, so I could kind of expect him to be of a certain level of price anyway, and I think with upgrades most definitely is obtainable pretty easily. It's not like it's a Ronaldinho or a Zidane or an R9 at this point, which they might be a little bit unobtainable without FIFA points or going off the game for more than a month. But most definitely I do think with Beckham, you could see him as an upgrade for a player. Most definitely if you've not had any sort of solid pools at the moment, you might not have a right mid that suits it or a centre mid that suits that sort of role, and that's a perfect free one at the minimum. The always advice when it comes to these icons is give the loan out first. Give him a go. It's literally 11 gold commons and you can have 5 games, try him in your rivals, try him in your champs, and see how you get on with him. Is he going to work in your team? Does he fit the bill for you? Is he feeling as nice? Because I can show you every best clip of him possible. I can show you scoring diving headers. I can show you scoring free kicks, scorpion kicks, bicycle kicks. And it could take me 10, 15 games. But most definitely, it all depends on your playstyle as well. Is he going for a shot here? Okay, that's different to what I'd imagine, but I could show you all the best clips, and it's why personally in reviews I show you the bad and the good, because even though maybe it's not the most impressive in comparison to some people's, but you get to see where the card lacks as well, from my mistakes and also the card's mistakes. Where is his downfalls? Where does he really struggle? Is it a pass there, or is it a free kick there where maybe I thought it would be a little bit better? I like to show you the whole picture rather than necessarily just the good bits of the card. Can we find him? Oh, I was hoping that was him there, but it was KDB pushing a little bit forward. And that's where I kind of think KDB is probably the better role, to be honest. Incisive plus playstyle, I think personally for me, for the price and also what you get, I'm much more of a fan of KDB. But the difference is you can't get KDB with untradeable rewards. So I suppose there's the winner really. Into him here, looking for anything. Can we get a shot off? No. It seems so slow going forward. That's going to be a pain, as like I said, I personally like to run with the ball a little bit, not necessarily even just do the whole team, but just a little bit, get past one person at a minimum, and he seems to struggle to do that in the centre mid. It's such an exposed position to run in, at least with a wing. You're not always finding somebody, that's a great take, you're always not finding somebody kind of necessarily always giving you the pressure. They might give you the wing just to cut the option here and watch that cutback basically. So going into the overall then, so in terms of price, 360 for the actual card, 416 for the SBC. Just as a recap on the SBC, it is 10 SBCs, 2 are bronze and silver, standard, unfortunately not the same rewards, we won't go into it. We've got 1 loan, and then the rest are going to be normal cards. So, if we, not expiring, we need flip, so we go back to the SBC, and we'll go to flip cards. You have got 2 84s, so you got 84, 84, 185, 2 86s, an 87, and an 88. You get a prime mix player as the best pack, and small rare as the next one. In terms of the 84, you're looking at a small Electrum, so pretty standard, nothing too crazy from the packs. You can get something back, but it's very unlikely. In terms of kind of chemistry styles, then if we have a look a little bit more deeper in here, Hunter's going to be probably the best option for you if you are looking at that attacking option. We can kind of deal with the dribbling, the passing's going to be good enough. It's a fair enough chemistry style. You get a bit more pace on him, shooting wise is definitely a lot nicer, and then if you wanted to go for the engine, you can do that. We'll take him to controlled explosive, gives him the balance and agility upgrade, a little bit of pace and a bit more passing, which realistically doesn't necessarily need. So I would say Hunter's going to be your best shout for him. He's going to be useful in the right mid for crossing the balls and mainly just giving a bit of width. Then obviously free kicks is going to be another one, and in the centre I think it's the passing game, the whipped balls as well, which you can use with your precision ball, maybe a finesse shot every now and then if you put him on the left centre mid, even if you put him at left mid and cut in with him, he's going to have that ability as well. And then also he has got relentless, so stamina wise is going to be very good. Relentless basically gives you a longer kind of composure on the fatigue, so at half time he gets a bigger boost rather than necessarily not much of a boost. So it's just what you want to look at in terms of them play styles. I think he's a very good card, but in terms of right mid or centre mid, there is going to be better. I feel like this SBC is going to be perfect for a long grind rather than necessarily trying to get it done straight away. As realistically, right wings, Salah's going to be the better option, Dembele's going to be the better option. Even Dembele's 850 now, which is crazy for the road to the knockout. You then look at a normal gold Dembele, even a Saka with a bit more pace. There is a lot out there. In terms of centre mid, like I said with KDB, that's going to be my personal shout. 68,000 coins, a nice centre mid that does almost the same sort of job. He's got the incisive playstyle plus instead of dead ball, so you might need a different free kick taker. But again, there is quite a few, even with Bernardo and Bruno. They will offer the same sort of passing game as well. So it all goes down to what personally you would prefer. If you want to grind out Beckham over the course of the 61 days, absolutely fine. But remember, there is a lot of player SBCs going on right now, so there is a lot to do. These are all the players that are out at this moment in time as well. Some of them have a while to do, so the squad foundations and the player of the months have got a while, but some of the road to the knockouts and other players are there for only a limited time. So whether you want to complete them first is completely down to you. Not a bad SBC, price is okay. He's a good player, but definitely not in my top as of yet. And more than likely, we'll probably see an Icon SBC very, very soon now they've given us the first one. So make sure that you are prepared for that as well, as I feel like that could be quite expensive. So if you did enjoy the video, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.